need to know. If I'll try to answer it.
Okay, first of all, what's your name?
My name is Karen.
Karen. And you are
I'm a nurse in the operating room, and tonight I am coordinating
coordinating.
the schedule. So there's always a nurse that kind of helps organize everything and keeps the cases going.
Okay, where we are now, is this all the patients coming in, or are they all cardiac patients or cardiac surgeries? Or?
Nope, it's all kinds of patients. And where you are right now is what we call the PACU. It's the post-anesthesia.
Okay.
It's where people come after surgery,
Okay.
typically. But because you're a lung transplant patient, our protocol is that you come and you wait here until we know that the lungs are good and we can bring you to the OR.
Okay. And I mean, what indication will you? First indication you'll get that. First of all, have you been notified of the lungs here, or have you not been notified of that yet?
I haven't. We don't know that until they don't tell us that until they call us about you, saying that.
Okay.
Until they tell us like you're good to go.
Okay.
Then we know all about the lungs.
Okay. Have they looked at my labs and have they determined that I'm ready to go?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why you went up to the floor and they checked you all in and made sure that all your paperwork and everything and all your lab work is up to date.
Okay. And they've looked at my everything is I'm good to go.
Yeah.
So
Did they take any?
They took blood.
Yeah. That's what they sent everything off and everything's being checked in, looked at, and everything's good.
Okay, so we could literally be here for a few minutes, or we could be here for a few hours.
Yes, I've had patients that literally wheel in, and it's like I don't even have time to put a blood pressure cuff on them, and they're calling them back. And then I've had people that have sat here for a few hours.
Okay.
So it's unfortunately just, you never know what, sometimes there's just delays.
And being here for N number of hours doesn't necessarily mean...
No, it doesn't necessarily mean that the lungs are not good.
Right.
No. Because the holdup could be one of the other services.
And the holdup could be the donor.
Yes, that's what I mean by, because the donor, the other services have to be there for them to take stuff from the donor. So it could just be, or the OR is backed up to get the donor in the OR. So it's multiple things that... Or maybe the donor needs to be dialyzed, or they need to run more labs on the donor, or do other things. So there's multiple reasons why they could be held up. So when you have to wait a little bit longer for your, here, it doesn't mean one way or the other.
Yeah, this is a mystery. The whole
it is
not just the where we are right now, the surgery, but everything from the diagnosis. First of all, from the disease itself,
right,
to the diagnosis, to the evaluation,
to getting on the list,
to...
And how long have you been on the list? Because I know you said this is your 4th call.
Well, I was listed at New York Presbyterian in September of last year.
Okay.
And I've had 2 calls. And my listing day here was March 9th. And I've already had, this is my second call. So, and they told me that, well, first of all,
are you still listed for both places?
I'm still listed.
Okay.
And so I had to actually call my coordinator at New York Presbyterian to tell them,
I got a call here.
I got a call at Penn, and so, but the thing is, this whole process is such a mystery, and not just what happens before the transplant, but what happens after the transplant. And one of the benefits of social media is now all of the patients, both pre and post transplant, are now able to kind of communicate and share.
I was just gonna say, have you been able to get a group of because I think it's really nice to talk to people after a surgery like this to say, what should I expect?
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody had a little bit different of a experience, as to how quickly they were able to get up and around, or, because there's always the one person that had, I had this complication or that or whatever. So it's kind of nice to hear from other people, well, you can expect to kind of feel still kind of crummy for the first couple, whatever, So
I've had friends that have run the gamut, some of whom some of them didn't make it to transplant. They passed away, and then some who have gone through transplant and have, they did the standard, 14 days and they're out of there, and then some who have had a much more difficult journey.
Right.
And so, but it's useful to talk to us, not just because of what you can learn from them, but also there's something to be said for being there to support them. Because you get something back from it.
Oh, you do. You definitely do.
And so.
Yeah, it is really nice that you can do that now. And with the social media, it makes it much easier.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it must have been like before, Facebook and Twitter, and where people
sort of on their own,
you're just kind of on your own,
So. I mean, I think that back then they used to kind of like have support group, almost like meetings, that they used to have like a support group meeting kind of thing. But with the social media now, you can sit in your own, family room and be on,
Well, and you can link groups together. So I'm a member of Morristown, New Jersey, pulmonary fibrosis patient support group, and I'm also a member of the New York Presbyterian interstitial lung disease group. And some of those people are members of both. And then, we've connected members that we know in the real world to people that we know online. And so there's this very large community of people. And so part of what I'm hoping to do is kind of demystify this whole process from the initial diagnosis.
So that the next person kind of knows what to expect. And I think the worst is the call and then letdown of if it gets canceled, or that's got to be a big letdown.
Well, but when you think about it, I mean, I have friends who are trying to get evaluated or trying to get listed, and they run into some health issue along the way, and that has to be mitigated first before they can even continue the evaluation. And then something else.
See, and that part of it's kind of foreign to me because we only get this part of it, so I don't even see or hear really that part of it because we just have this part of it. And we don't even get your post-op weeks later, and sometimes we don't even know if we don't get to work with the same surgeon because I'm here at night. Sometimes I don't even get to see them for a couple weeks, and then I can say, oh, how did that lung transplant that we did, how is he doing, because we don't hear. And that's kind of like one of the things that's a little bit
kind of
tough, because we don't always get to because I work only at night, I'm not with the same surgeons, I'm all over the place, so it is hard that I don't a lot of times get the follow-up. We don't know, so it's just this little window. So sort of, I guess, in your boat, kind of in the same regards there, because we only have this little window that we get to see.
Yeah, and I mean, the transplant. Here's the other thing. Okay, so I was already listed in New York Presbyterian. So by the time I came here, I just had a few tests. I mean, I didn't have to do like the
because they got all your work from there.
Right, and so the only things I really needed to do here was like 6-minute walk, ABG, echo, EKG, PFT, and lab work, and maybe a couple other things. And a swallow study. But I mean, that seems like a lot, I guess, to anybody who might be watching this video.
Yeah, you just named like 20 things. You're like, oh, I didn't hardly have to do anything, but this.
But people who have gone through this process know that, well, there's nuclear medicine, there's catheterization, there's,
like
all kinds
a whole bunch more.
A whole bunch more. It can be a very, very lengthy. And if you have any pre-existing conditions, I mean, I didn't even mention like bone density and all these other things, right? And if you have any pre-existing conditions, then those have to be addressed. And once you go down that rabbit hole, you never know where that's going to lead.
Right.
So by the time you get to where I'm sitting right now, you don't really feel the kind of disappointment that somebody looking in from the outside looking in would think.
Right.
Because you've already run this, it's like having run 26.1 miles and then and then somebody telling you, but it's actually 0.2.
Right.
So you got to run
a little bit farther.
and it's
Yeah.
not like you're gonna say, oh, in that case.
I'm gonna forget it. I'm not going home.
Right. Right. In that case, I just forget about it.
Right,
I'm just gonna say, oh, well,
Okay.
well, and even
Right.
if they said like, well, it's another half mile or
Right.
another 2 miles.
Right.
Well, even if they said it's another 3 miles,
Right.
you'd probably say, I'm tired, but I've already run 26 miles.
Yeah, I just gotta finish it.
I just gotta finish it.
Right.
So you don't really feel like it's crushing. It's probably more difficult hearing that it was a drive, but it's probably more difficult for family and friends
Right.
than it is for the patient.
That's interesting.
But of course that depends on where the patient is in their disease, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you're like in the midst of an exacerbation
Right.
and you're on 15 liters of oxygen at
Right.
rest, or 25 or 30, then
Yeah, then
it's
you're
different.
like, yeah.
Because you can see that light at the end of the tunnel,
Right,
and
then
it
you're
might be a
like,
train,
wow.
right? It might not be
Right.
the lungs. It turns out that it's a train, and
Right.
and so that's a different situation. But for me, somebody at my stage of the disease, it's
That's
like,
a healthy way to look at it. I really like your analogy to the marathon. I think that's great.
this is why I think it's important to interact with other patients, because however you may think you're doing or feeling or where you might be in the disease, you see somebody else who has had
Yeah.
a much more difficult road to hoe.
Oh yeah.
And it kind of helps you to, even though it's not fun, I mean, I don't like coughing and tearing intercostals
Right.
and that kind of stuff, but on the other hand, I haven't had to sit in ICU with high flow cannula and 35 liters per minute of
Right.
oxygen, and and ECMO, waiting
Yeah.
for lungs, and I know I have somebody who's very, very close to me who has been through all of that, and she is just a warrior. 90 something days in the hospital,
That is a warrior.
and she is a warrior. But anyway, enough of that. I appreciate your
You're welcome.
generosity, and we'll see how this.
Well, hopefully I'll see you in our next step in the room.
Yeah, and hopefully not just putting on my clothes.
No, no, in the room where we're taking that gown off. Yeah, actually.
Okay.
We're going in the other way. So, all right. Well, let's hope that we're gonna hear something pretty soon.
Thank you.
I think it's got to be pretty soon.
I hope so.
Yeah. All right.